Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Happy Monday to you folks out there. Hope you're ready for a full week of fun. Kicking off sports coverage this week on KCNI, KBBN. We'll be talking about that here in just a bit. And winding down summer, jumping into fall sports. Doesn't seem possible. State Fair concluding. I think they had a good run there. Well, it's not concluding. They are in full steam ahead right now. They'll conclude this Labor Day weekend. Of course, we were at the State Fair on the first day. It's always fun to see the folks come in because I think for at least a half day on Friday, it's a free day.
Oh, nice.
So kids are rolling in from schools and different things and getting the bands are playing and marching. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. And they already start, of course, the judging of animals, and that's full steam ahead. So State Fair going strong and getting ready to jump into sports tells us summer is pretty much nipped off now. It's pretty much done.
Yeah. And thanks to Mother Nature for actually making it feel this week a little bit like fall. Usually when we start fall sports, you're like, man, it's hot.
Yeah, right now we're feeling like fall. Even before it really cooled down, you could feel that coolness in the air. And this last couple of days really did feel fall-like, and we got a little bit of moisture out of that. And next couple of days, today and tomorrow, are going to be in the 70s. Mm-hmm. Then, I think I mentioned it on KBBN, that Mother Nature knows what she's going to do, and we'll go from there. It could get really hot again.
Yeah, who knows? Yes, for sure.
But right now it sure feels like fall. And I actually opened up the back door and the front window here this morning. I thought it'd be nice to actually get some cool, fresh air in the building for a change. And I know we left the front door open last night and woke up to that cool air in the house.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We cracked a couple of windows. It was great.
Yeah. Welcome back, by the way. Good to have
Thanks.
you back. And I guess you're fully recharged now. And did you have a romantic weekend? It was your 26th anniversary. And you and Shelley took a little time off together, which doesn't happen very often. Was it romantic?
Yeah. Well, I had a great time. It was a free preview weekend for the MLB.TV channel.
Wait a minute.
And so I got to watch every single Chicago Cubs Angels game, and the Cubs swept the series over the weekend. It was phenomenal.
That's not really what I asked.
It was great. I spent some time with Shelley, too. That was nice. Sorry. I couldn't resist.
Oh, Shelley.
No, we had a great time. Yes. Yeah, I had our 26th anniversary was last Thursday.
And with that statement, it might be your last.
It could be.
I doubt it.
It was great. We got away for a little bit and had a very nice weekend.
Good.
It was very nice.
Well, it is a full week of activities we'll be telling you about here. We've got a lot of good guests coming in today and throughout the rest of this week. We've got grocery cart specials lined up for you. So it's full steam ahead here at the station as well. Let's take a look, at those school lunch menus and see what's for lunch today on this Monday, beginning with Sumner Eddyville Miller, featuring Salisbury steak, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
All right, let's go to Cozad. Some of the things on their menu today, showing chicken Alfredo, jalapeno popper grilled cheese, and pizza bar. Some of the choices at Cozad today.
Anselmo Myrna Schools today, made fresh tater hot dish with dinner roll, chicken nuggets with dinner roll as well.
Sandhill School in Dunning, chicken nuggets at Sandhills today.
Arnold Schools pulled pork nachos.
Gothenburg, some of their choices today show made fresh tater hot dish, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, the grill station combo at Gothenburg, crispy chicken sandwich basket, Also, made fresh pepperoni pizza and fresh baked combo sub. Some of your choices at Gothenburg today.
Thetford Schools featuring ham and cheese quesadillas.
Let's go to Callaway. Callaway School today showing chicken wraps on the lunch menu today at Callaway.
Loop City, popcorn chicken or meatball subs. And at Ansley today, it's smothered ham, mashed potatoes. And let's see, Litchfield, spaghetti, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Litchfield today. And at the Prairie Pioneer Center on this Monday, it's open-faced hot beef sandwich, mashed potatoes, corn, and fruit. And if you're bringing a guest today, let them know that you're going to bring some extra company along. Call them at 872-6121 if you're a regular customer. If you're new and have decided to take in lunch, give them a call. And also you can use that same number at 872-6121 to set up home delivery. Let's play the game.
All right, let's do it. Let's see here. Let's go to some new questions for this week. Each of these questions features a character discussing his or her school. Can you guess the country in which they live?
Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Kazakh and Russian are the two main languages of Anton's homeland. Also, he lives with his parents, sister, and a pet dog. In what country does he attend school? Let me read it for you again. Kazakh and Russian are the two main languages of Anton's homeland. Also, he lives with his parents, sister, and pet dog. In what country does he attend school? Would it be France, Jamaica, India, or Kazakhstan? Again, your choices: France, Jamaica, India, or Kazakhstan. If you know the answer, you can call us at 872-2801.
And if you answer correctly, we'll make a donation to the Playground Fund, the Inclusive Playground Fund Drive that is underway. So call us at 872-2801 and win yourself what kind of prize you got over there? We'll throw in a prize.
Let's give away a Subway sandwich today.
Woo, Subway sandwich, and you'll be able to say, hey, I made a donation to the Playground Fund. Call us at 872-2801.
No, there ain't nothing like the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
I have a problem. I've been given 30 seconds to explain all the advantages of a Ranke irrigation system from Central Nebraska Diesel. You see, 30 seconds is not enough time to tell you in detail why high-strength steel and superior engineering combine to make Ranke the best irrigation system on the market, or why the service provided by Central Nebraska Diesel is second to none. So stop by and see Central Nebraska Diesel today. Let them show you the advantages a Ranke provides. There you go. Problem solved.
Building something big or just tackling a do-it-yourself project, whatever your vision, they've got the supplies you need to make it happen at Ansley Lumber and Supply. From lumber to paint, tools to hardware, Ansley Lumber and Supply has it all, with top-quality products at unbeatable prices. And with their friendly expert staff, you'll get the advice you need to get your job done right. Visit them today in downtown Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open Saturday, 8 until noon.
All right, that's a bit of a tough one. Didn't get a call on that. So what is the correct answer to that, Brent?
The correct answer would be Anton's school would be in Kazakhstan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll stay on that theme. Those are a little tougher, so get ready. You can get your Googling finger out and make that donation later on this week. Let's see here. We'll be looking for guests to come in, and I believe the road is open to our station. Last Friday was a bit of a crazy thing because people couldn't get in who wanted to be on the show. But they made us another drive again after they did some work, and they told us that would happen. So it's all good. We'll get everybody. I just saw, I believe Travis is here with Revolution Group, Travis Hansen, and we're just going to segue right in and visit with Travis about finances and planning and the future, which is kind of fun to talk about when you think about it.
Yeah.
And Good morning, Travis. How you doing?
Good morning, Dave. I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. You get in okay?
Oh, you know what? I was looking forward to an off-roading adventure, and so I drove the pickup, and I was all excited, and it was actually easy. So I don't know what was so different about maybe last week, but today was great.
Well, that little piece of mixed asphalt that you drove in on wasn't there last week. On Friday, they had it all tore up because they were putting a new grade in, and we kind of knew this was going to happen. We just don't know when, all the time.
Right.
So I'm glad you're able to get here to talk about Revolution Group.
I keep thinking about that scene in the animated movie Cars. That was one of Jackson's favorite movies. When Lightning McQueen makes the new road and everybody gets out and drives on it. I'm still waiting for that moment, right? When all the cars get to come out and ride low and slow and everybody's happy. But it's coming.
Oh, it's going to be great, and we'll just all have to be patient. We got the road downtown all smoothed out and nice, and we had a little cruise on Friday, which people really came out for. So I think they're excited to drive on it. I think Jeremy said something very true, that we didn't realize how rough the road was until we got to drive on the smooth road.
No,
so,
that's exactly right. Yeah, I think cruise night was a success.
It was.
About half of our crew was out and around, so it looked like there was a good turnout. But
it was fun. Yeah,
that's perfect. But yeah, I'm again happy to jump in this morning and talk a little bit more about Revolution Group and how we've been helping people with investments. And just if somebody hasn't heard yet, Revolution Group, we're a Nebraska-born company. We're based out of Omaha. We do world-class investing, and I'm so excited to be able to bring that type of investing that's been done, in the larger places, out to all my customers and friends out here in Custer County and beyond. So it's been fantastic. We've had a great run these last couple of months. I guess one thing I would like to drive home to everybody that's listening is, sometimes you'll hear about people that are placed into a model, like whether it's a balanced model, when it comes to investments, right? Mm-hmm. What we tell people is no situation is the same. Everyone is so unique. Each family is unique, and so we take the stance that nobody fits in a model, and so we build out a custom portfolio that's designed for each and specific individual as we go. Whether that's a farming family or a business owner or just an individual or an individual family. Every situation is so unique, and that's why we really dive into their tax situation, and get copies of your tax returns and where are you guys at and how that's all working together. But then we also really go deep into what's your goals and what's your timing and what's your family dynamics like and what's going to potentially be coming up that we need to plan for. So like I say, we'd just like to drive home the fact that every situation is unique, and that's why we take the time that we do to really dive in with people.
And Travis, from our last conversation, I thought another point that you made was very good about the difference between you and other financial institutions, which are all great. I think we all agree with that. But you offer something a little different as far as the investment opportunities go. There are stocks, of course, and stocks and bonds, and they've been proven to make money over a long term. But you have some other investment opportunities that you
bet. And so what we utilize as we build out custom portfolios is that top tier private investments. And private investments, if people haven't heard about them, they're really utilized by historically very wealthy people. And so Revolution Group, we're born out of that space. It's called family office. And so think about somebody with a significant amount of money, hundreds of millions of dollars. That's how they invest, as they use private investments, and it includes real estate, private equity, private credit. There's about 15 different buckets that we put people in. Revolution Group was born out of that space, but it was designed to bring that type of investing to more everyday Nebraskans, which I'm so excited about, and it is unique in that fact. I was going to share with you guys. Just a few examples of clients that we've worked with. Obviously not specifically, but just as so our listeners as they're listening, maybe put it in your shoes, how that works. One example, we, have worked with a farming family that was looking to diversify their holdings. They had done well, and but they were very concentrated, and they were looking to, expand beyond that. And so we were able to help them. Another example is a business owner that we've worked with who was selling their business, and they needed planning through that process. So we partnered with them, came alongside them, and they were able to, invest the proceeds of that sale of that business, and also we helped them to, minimize the tax situation and the tax consequences of that whole event. So that was great. Another example that I wanted to throw out there, we worked here not too long ago with a couple that was nearing retirement, was with a different financial firm, but their investment portfolio had been underperforming, compared to benchmarks. And benchmarks are just a simple, way to measure what the market's been doing. And they had been underperforming as they compared to that. And so they came to us and asked if we could help. And you know what? We built a custom portfolio that historically has outperformed those benchmarks. And now they're looking more forward to their, next couple of years ahead of retirement. There's a good plan in place, and they feel confident in that. So, I just encourage the listeners and everybody out there to realize that, you're not like everybody else. You are unique. Your situation's unique, and that's why we're built the way that we are, so that we can jump in and come alongside somebody, understand their unique situation, and help them meet their goals. It's interesting. We talked about benchmarks in that last example. Historically, I think it's just over 94% of active fund managers have underperformed compared to benchmarks. And if you look back, I think even further and look at the average of that, they're underperforming up to 4%. And that's significant. If you remember when we visited last, if you can add just 1% to your, performance on your portfolio over your lifetime, that will double the amount that you have at the end. If you can add 2%, it triples it. And again, that's a long lifetime, but it what it does is that shows you the importance of doing the very best that you can, making sure you're aligned with a firm that is, relentless in our pursuit of excellence, and is going to, maximize what everybody has, if that makes sense.
Travis, I know you've lived here long enough you understand the community very well. You've been in the financial side of things. I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but I don't think that's a surprise you coming from me, but there's a shortage in this area of nurses, right? Mm-hmm. There's also the question that comes, who's your certified public accountant? And there's also most times an answer that goes, I don't have one. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of certified public accountants in this part of the state of Nebraska, and the ones who are certified are going, I can't take any more work. Does your firm, through your investment process and analyzing the tax side of things, have accountants or
it's great
lawyers behind you?
Great question, Dave. We have a great team on staff in Omaha. We do have a CPA on staff. We're not actively looking to do tax prep for people. But if that makes sense, and in conjunction with your, overall investment strategy, yes, we can absolutely do that. Kent, as our CPA, he's a great guy. He is so valuable as part of that team, because we are working so hard to, maximize the tax efficiency of the investments that we're doing. But as far as, just doing tax prep solely, that's not what
Sure, that's
we're
understandable.
marketing for, absolutely. But but to have a good, strong CPA, and we do have good CPAs in town, absolutely.
Yeah.
That is so important to have that, the relationship. What really comes into play with our firm and Kent on our staff as a CPA is that kind of bridging the gap of communication. So if we have a client that has a great relationship with their current CPA, but they have questions about how the investment portfolio, and again, because it does produce all these tax benefits usually, and they can talk to our CPA and kind of bridge that gap as far as making sure it's a seamless process. So yeah, it works really well that way.
Yeah, I think you explained that well. The accounts, some certified public accounts we have here are great. It's just that they are so busy, they are
Right.
swamped.
Sure.
And,
Sure.
And a lot of times you think, well, maybe I can do this myself. Probably not a good idea
No,
when it comes to taxes.
it's always great to have a team behind you, and again, that's what we strive to be on the investment side of things is to be that team. That is another thing that makes us unique is we do really have a team aspect. You don't get just one person; you get the whole team. Obviously, you use me as a contact, and we can start that conversation. But you do have a whole team, behind you guys working for the clients. Again, what I'd like to drive home today is just that everybody's situation is so unique. And, I saw it, when I was, working with businesses and families on the banking side of things. I see it even more so now working on the wealth side of things that, each situation's unique. Everybody's tax situation is unique, and their investment goals and strategies to help them get to where they need to be. It's yours. And so I would love to have that conversation with you, dig in and see how we can help and meet your goals. And we're excited, like I said, to partner and come alongside Nebraska families and help them, grow and preserve their wealth again, which, so many have built up over generations. That it's, we don't take that lightly. If you are going to trust us with that generational legacy, we will work as hard as you did to build it. We're going to work that hard to preserve it and grow it and make sure it's, there for the next generation and whatever your wishes are. So.
Travis, what's what's the best way to get things started? Give you a phone call?
Yeah,
go to the
you bet.
website?
And again, if that's the first time that you've heard of Revolution Group and our investment strategies, look us up on the website. It's a great way to read more about us. Again, that's revgroupllc.com. You can call me. At my office is 402-933-3371. Again, I split my time between Omaha and Broken Bow, so I'm happy to meet. And lots of times that happens at a kitchen table, and we talk about getting to know somebody's unique situation, how we can help and help grow what they have and meet their goals. Sometimes the best way to do that is come out and I'll have a cup of coffee with you, and we can spread it all out. And I'm happy to do that. Again, give me a call, 402-933-3371. You can send me an email at thanson@revgroupllc.com. But we're here, and everybody's situation is unique, and we're excited to come alongside you guys and help.
Thanks, Travis.
You bet.
Glad you got in. Glad we got to talk about Revolution Group.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I was going to get to use four-wheel drive to get in here, but apparently it was easy today.
Well, I got a feeling you'll have another chance if you come back.
It sounds good. I will be back. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show
My day starts right.
with Dave and Brent.
Back, he has grocery cart specials for you where you can save some money when you shop the cart.
All right, here we go. This is the new ad from the grocery cart. Now, this will run August 25th through September 1st. All right, so take note of that. And here are your specials for this week as we move into and through the Labor Day holiday weekend coming up. We'll start in the meat department where the fresh 10-pound tube of 80% lean ground beef is $4.28 a pound this week. Boston butt pork roast $2.18 a pound. Ribeye steaks are $18.98 a pound, and baby back or St. Louis pork ribs $3.98 a pound. The 2.5-pound bag of Best Choice all-natural boneless skinless chicken breast tenderloins $7.48. The 10-pound bag fresh frozen Best Buy bone-in chicken hindquarters are showing $8.98 a pound. Fairberry red hot dogs $8.98 for the 32-ounce package. Big Buy smoked slice bacon. Get 2 packages for $7. Oscar Mayer basic Lunchables for the kids when they get home from school, $1.98. Johnsonville fresh frozen brats or Italian sausage, $4.98. Dean's Dips, get 2 for $4. Crystal Farms grated Parmesan cheese, $3.38 for the container. Simply Lemonade or Limeade, the 52-ounce bottles, get 2 for $5. Pillsbury Crescent Rolls, 2 for $5. Daisy Sour Cream, the 16-ounce tubs, are $2.38. Crystal Farms Deli Slice Cheese, 2 packages for $6 this week. And Best Choice Shredded Cheese, $1.88 for the package. Other specials this week you'll find at the grocery cart. Best Choice Hash Browns get 2 for $5. Cool Whip Topping, 2 for $4. Jack's Pizzas are on sale, 3 for $10. And New York Frozen Garlic Bread, $2.98 for the package. Stouffer's Entrees are on sale, get 2 for $6. And Blue Ribbon Classic Ice Cream, 2 for $5. Frito-Lay Extra Large Lays, get 2 for $5. Frito-Lay Doritos, get 2 packages for $7. Village Hearth hamburger or hot dog buns, they're on sale, get 2 for $5. Master English Muffin Bread, $3.48 for the loaf. Cheez-It Crackers, get 2 for $6. Kraft Miracle Whip, the 30-ounce jar, $4.98. Kraft Mayo, the 30-ounce jar, is $3.98. Campbell's Chicken Noodle or Tomato Soups are on sale, get 4 for $5. And Zesta Saltine Crackers are $2.98 for the box. In the produce section this week, Midwest Grown Bicolor Sweet Corn gets 6 ears for just $2. Fresh asparagus on sale, $2.98 a pound. 3-pound bag of new crop Paula Red apples get 2 for $6. California red or green seedless grapes are $1.98 a pound. Extra large green bell peppers are 98 cents, and large slicing cucumbers are 68 cents. Fresh zucchini squash is $1.18 a pound, and Vidalia sweet onions are 98 cents a pound. Other store-wide savings this week at the GK. Kellogg's cereals get 2 for $7. General Mills cereals, 2 for $5. Heinz ketchup is on sale. Squeeze bottles are $4.38. Bush's Best Grillin' or Baked Beans get 2 cans for $4. American Beauty pasta get 4 for $5. Kraft Jet Puffed Marshmallows, the packages are on sale, 2 for $3. Prego pasta sauce get 2 for $5. And Pace salsa or picante sauce, 16-ounce jars, are 2 for $5. Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit mix is on sale for $2.98. Green Giant specialty corn, the 11-ounce cans, are 2 for $3. And Rotel tomatoes are on sale. 10-ounce cans get 4 for $5. Finally, in the deli, a couple of items to focus in on. Slice to order Kretschmar medium roast beef, $12.98 a pound this week. And slice to order Kretschmar mild cheddar cheese is $6.98 a pound. And those are just some of the specials you're going to find this week through Labor Day at the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report.
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Supporters of Kilmar Garcia Abrego outside an immigration office in Baltimore as the native Salvadoran showed up today to surrender to ICE officials. He spoke through an interpreter.
I want to tell you guys something.
Dios está con nosotros. Dios nunca nos dejará. Dios hace justicia a toda la injusticia que han hecho.
God will bring justice to all of the injustice that we are suffering.
He was mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador, then returned to face human smuggling charges before he was released from jail in Tennessee Friday. CBS's Camilo Montoya Galvez.
Lawyers say that their client is being forced, quote, to choose between a guilty plea and then relatively being safe or being rendition to Uganda, where his safety and liberty could be at risk.
He just filed a lawsuit challenging his new confinement and deportation to Uganda until a fair trial. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KNOP, a Tennessee woman is behind bars after the Nebraska State Patrol said that she led them on a high-speed chase along Interstate 80 Sunday afternoon in Dawson County. At around 1:10 p.m., troopers received reports of a Ford Edge speeding and passing other vehicles on the shoulder near Gothenburg. A trooper later spotted the SUV near mile marker 221, clocking it at more than 100 miles per hour. When the trooper attempted to pull the vehicle over, the driver accelerated, reaching speeds of more than 120 miles per hour before finally stopping near mile marker 234. During a felony traffic stop, 30-year-old Jessica Summers of Jonesboro, Tennessee, got out of the vehicle and approached the trooper while yelling and refusing commands. The trooper deployed a taser and was able to get her into custody. Summers was treated at a Lexington hospital before being booked into the Dawson County Jail. She faces charges of willful reckless driving, obstructing a peace officer, and failure to obey a lawful order. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
Tommy Fleetwood won the PGA's Tour Championship, earning the first-place check of $10 million. Patrick Cantlay was tied for the lead to start the day, but finished 3 strokes back, tied for second with fellow American Russell Henley in Atlanta. The Minnesota Vikings signed veteran quarterback Carson Wentz and traded QB Sam Howell to Philadelphia. The Browns released quarterback Tyler Huntley. Raiders backup quarterback Aiden O'Connell will miss 6 to 8 weeks with a broken wrist. In the WNBA, Minnesota All-Star Nafisa Collier returned from a sprained ankle, scored 32 points in a win over Indiana, 97-84. To baseball, the Dodgers and Padres are again tied for first in the NL West after LA won 8-2 at San Diego. Freddie Freeman with 2 homers. Shohei Ohtani hit his 45th of the year. Seattle 11-4 over the A's. Cal Raleigh of the Mariners with 2 more long balls. He has 49, the most ever for a catcher in one season. The Yankees beat Boston 7-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Slight chance for showers today, otherwise cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun. Highs level off around 71. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Tonight, slight chance for showers. Lows dip down to about 52. Daytime highs approaching 76. Tomorrow, cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situations change? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you.
We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track, no matter what happens. Contact us today at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:07. Let's go outside and find out what it really feels and looks like with Jack Simpson. Jack, what's it like out there?
Well, I can tell you, to me, it feels pretty chilly. It's only 54 degrees outside with winds out of the south from 5 to 10 miles per hour under cloudy skies. Barometric pressure 3025, humidity 89%. In the last 24 hours, picked up 600ths of precipitation. We are now at an even inch for the month. High yesterday of 68, overnight low of 51, and sunrise today was at 6:58. I can tell you, for construction-wise, they have the pilot car out now. Not sure where the stops are. I've seen them come from around the curve leading into Broken Bow, and now they're leading out of Broken Bow right now. So
yeah, I think when I came out, Jackie was setting up right on the curve.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's where it's going to be there, and not sure on off the highway because we haven't been that way. But yeah, the traffic, I can see out the window here. Looks like it's moving one lane kind of slow. So
it sure does.
All right, Jack. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Yes, work continues. It's going to be so nice when it is completed, and we're going to be patient and get everybody through the roadway safe and sound. Let's just be careful and help out one another, and we'll be fine. This weekend, let's see here. Am I okay on saying it's the holiday weekend? Is that coming up?
Yeah, Labor Day is this coming Monday, a
Okay.
week from today.
You know what that means?
Football?
No, well, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You poor guy. Callaway Kite Flight.
Yes.
And Arcadia Fall Festival.
Absolutely.
Coming up. Family fun for everyone, and a good share of it is free or almost free on both communities. Callaway and Arcadia have been working both ends of our listening area, bringing you all sorts of good things for the whole family. This year will be no exception. Hopefully we'll have a nice breeze for the Callaway's celebration for the kites and nice temperatures. And over in Arcadia, of course, they have activities in the weekend. And then, of course, on Monday, they have that wonderful parade that they have. So plan on going to both places. You can do that because even though they're on the same weekend, Callaway does not have their kite flight on Monday. They did originally, but they don't anymore. So you can make both, make the parade on Monday, but plan on being in those two communities this weekend. We'll have more details on that as we go along. Brent Apperson is dying to talk about sports. He just can't help himself. So in just a little bit, we're going to talk about the sports schedule this week. So keep it right here. Here's the sounds of fish.
Supplements you need shouldn't be like finding a needle in a haystack, and it isn't with the help of Varney Pharmacy. Their selection is wide and their shelves are organized and easy to browse. Vitamin B12, vitamin C, biotin, cranberry, iron, vitamin D3, vitamin E, calcium, fish oil, flaxseed, and beyond are all at Varney Pharmacy, ready for your cabinet at home. Whether it's gummies, chewables, or tablets, vitamins and supplements are at Varney Pharmacy. Remember, they are closed Saturday, August 30th, so plan ahead for your refills with them in downtown Broken Bow.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
All right, we're going to talk sports now here on the Breakfast Show. Let's begin with what has happened. The Huskers volleyball team had a great weekend.
Wow. They looked impressive. I know it's just the opening weekend, but when you think about who they played, I mean, number 3 Pittsburgh, and that match yesterday against Stanford. What was Stanford, number 6,
yes,
I think, in the preseason coming in? Wow, that was domination. My gracious. Yeah, Nebraska volleyball, I think, is pretty good again. So, yeah, great start for Nebraska. They opened up with a couple of victories at the First Serve Classic. You may have heard them on KBBN Radio, and they'll be in action again this week. Coming up on Sunday, they're going to take part in another big kind of opening season event in college volleyball. They'll take on Kentucky on Sunday. It'll be early on Sunday, and we're going to broadcast it for you on KBBN 95.3 FM. The match itself is scheduled for 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, and so our radio coverage will start at 10 a.m. on Sunday for Nebraska volleyball when they take on Kentucky this coming Sunday. So that'll be the next broadcast for Nebraska volleyball. Nebraska football, of course, kicks off this week. They'll go to Kansas City to play at Arrowhead Stadium for their opener against Cincinnati. I think technically this is a Cincinnati home game. Cincinnati will be the home team, but it won't look like that.
No, it will not.
I have a feeling Nebraska fans will pack the place out, so it should be a lot of fun. And we'll get to see the Huskers on the football field for the first time this year. Of course, as many, if not all of you know, Nebraska on the radio side of things will have a new play-by-play announcer as Kyle Crooks will take over for the departed Greg Sharp, of course, who we lost with his battle to cancer. And so Kyle Crooks will call his first Nebraska football game for you coming up on Thursday, and we'll broadcast it on KBBN 95.3 FM with coverage starting at 6 p.m. The game itself won't kick off until around 8, so that'll be on Thursday night on KBBN Radio, and that kind of sets up the Husker stuff that we have coming up for you this week through the weekend. Of course, this is the week that we get started with high school sports as well. On Thursday, August 28th, we'll travel to Hershey for Broken Bow volleyball, as Broken Bow will open the season on the road at Hershey. As we mentioned, Nebraska football is on KBBN, so the Broken Bow volleyball match will be broadcast on KCNI radio on Thursday evening. The varsity match is showing a start time of 6:30, and we also plan to take the video camera with us too. So we're going to do the live radio and video so you can watch the Broken Bow volleyball match prior to Nebraska football starting later that night at 8 o'clock. So you get the best of both worlds on Thursday. We'll have Broken Bow volleyball on KCNI radio with the varsity match starting at around 6:30. And then on Friday, we start our coverage of high school football. Our area game of the week is a great one. We're going to go to Myrna, and we'll have Anselmo Myrna against Sandhills Thetford for 8-man football on KBBN radio. That'll be on Friday evening. Kickoff will be at 7. And then once again this year, we're proud to announce that KCNI Radio will once again broadcast every Broken Bow football game for you this season, home and away. Broken Bow will start the season at home when they welcome in Shadron. Kickoff for the game is 7 o'clock on Friday, and you can catch Broken Bow football on KCNI 1280 AM and 96.3 FM on Friday. And everything gets started Friday with our special Friday Night Lights pregame show starting at 6 p.m. on Friday.
Big kickoff.
Yep, here we go.
Here we go.
Teammates invites you to an open house Wednesday night, the 27th at North Park Elementary in Broken Bow. From 5 until 7:30, you can learn more about the journey to becoming a mentor, from application to being matched with a mentee. In addition, your questions can be answered. Since its inception in 1991, more than 50,000 students have benefited from Teammates, the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation. They'll see you August 27th. And don't forget to eat at Runza on September 23rd to support Teammates as well.
Did you just finish pulling weeds from your landscaping project, but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Did you slide into second, but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is open at all locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Gothenburg, and Callaway. So don't let that back, neck, shoulder, or leg pain limit you. Give Team Physical Therapy a call at 872-5111.
Don't let falling behind on your spraying affect your yield. Now is the time to book fungicide and insecticide applications on corn and soybeans with Aero Aviation. Not only can you fight disease, but you can improve plant health at the same time, increasing yields. Easily control insects like grasshoppers, rootworms, beetles, and western bean cutworms with the help of Aero Aviation. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim with Aero Aviation at 308-872-5113 to talk about your options. And a good morning to Jack Holt in Sargent. Sent us a good morning, so thanks, Jack. And also Steve Hornickel says, good morning, feels like the Burr months are almost here. Well, let's hope not, Steve, but it certainly does feel, as we mentioned, more like fall. Looking at our schedule for today, I want to remind you that the Nebraska State poet Jewel Rogers will be at the Broken Bow Library from 5:30 until 7:30 this evening for your enjoyment. And you'll be able to hear her presentation, and I would imagine visit with her before and after. That starts at 5:30 at the Broken Bow Library. Here's John Hyatt along with the Jerry Douglas Band.
Let your spending take you further with the Bernie Bank credit card. Earn points on every purchase, whether you're filling up for a road trip, booking that beach getaway, or grabbing dinner on the patio. Use your rewards your way on the things that make summer even better. Summer fun. Meet smart rewards with the Bernie Bank credit card. Bernie Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
The Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington are home to the 2025 Nebraska State Rodeo Association Finals. September 5th, the rodeo kicks everything off at 7 with an EMT First Responders Appreciation and a Calcutta to follow. Saturday is College Fan Day. Steer roping starts at 9 a.m. with rodeo at 7 p.m. Rascal Martinez ends the day from 9 to midnight. Sunday, it's Cowboy Church at 8 with an afternoon rodeo at 1. Friday to Sunday, the 5th to the 7th, finals rodeo action at the Dawson County Fairgrounds. For tickets or more information, go to dawsoncountyfair.com. Sponsored by Lexington Tourism.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
8:27 is your time, and I can see the cars still moving nice and slow up Highway 2 and down Highway 2. Looks like one-lane traffic out this way, so keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that the art show, there was an art competition that was held at the Wild Rose Gallery, started August 16th and will go through the 29th. And on the 29th, they'll have a reception, and the folks will pick up their art that they had on display, and their art in many cases is for sale. So stop by the Wild Rose Gallery and take a look and see what's on display there and in the art room there. And they'll be picking it up on the 29th, and they'll have a reception, a public reception, that starts at 7 p.m. on the 29th, and then the artists will either sell or take their art home, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, good.
I feel like Christie's outside the door, but I might be wrong.
I don't know.
That feeling.
You can just kind of sense it, huh?
Yeah, I had that feeling. And after all, I don't really want to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? There's John Prine, and he ain't hurting nobody. Hurting Nobody. That's a great song, great artist. Sure miss having John Prine around. Just one of those guys everybody loved, and his music continues on. That's the good news. By the way, today is, and I think their dates are a little mixed up here, but this is August 25th on a Monday, correct?
Yes.
So today, they've got the date wrong here in the paragraph, but we'll correct that. Bosses say today is the biggest sick day of the year, August 25th.
Does it give a reason for that?
Well, if you're questioning it, you're not alone, because some people are saying, oh, that just doesn't make sense. What makes this day different? They said it's even bigger than the day after the Super Bowl.
Now, see, that would have been my guess.
Yeah. According to data from a management research firm, this is the day with the highest number of sick-outs, but unlike the Super Bowl, there's really no good reason for it.
Wow. Okay.
So with all the data, they still really don't know why this day is the day where a lot of people call in sick. It's also National Kiss and Makeup Day.
Oh.
So if you had a little spat over the weekend, don't carry it with you. Take care of it. Kiss and make up.
Yeah.
Please. It'll be beneficial for everyone, not only you and your mate, for the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
Because they really don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, usually not.
When it comes down to it, folks, they don't really want to hear about the spat you had. So kiss and make up, would you? Today on your sports, back to sports, you have Jamie Smith as your guest.
Yeah, Ansley Litchfield, head volleyball coach. Yeah, we reached out to some of our area coaches. Not everybody was available, but those who we were able to get in touch with. We're playing back some special interviews to get everybody ready for the fall sports season. And, yeah, today we visit with Ansley Litchfield head volleyball coach, Coach Smith. So you can catch that during our main newscasts, still coming up at noon and 5 today. And it's also posted on sandhillsexpress.com.
And tomorrow it's the South Loop football coach.
Yeah, Coach Jag took time to visit with us about South Loop football, and we'll feature his interview coming up tomorrow.
The next day, Sandhills Thetford, new volleyball coach.
Yes, they've got a new volleyball coach at Sandhills Thetford. Had the opportunity to visit with him. Great interview. I really enjoyed visiting with him as he makes his way to become he's the new principal now at Thetford and also takes over the head coaching position for Sandhills Thetford volleyball. So we'll have that interview for you coming up on Wednesday.
Yes.
And then that'll roll us into coverage of high school sports on Thursday,
Yep, good memory there.
Thanks.
Not bad at all. All right, we continue with music on this Monday. Thanks for listening to The Breakfast Show. We appreciate you. Here's the Decemberists and Down by the Water. On the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, Brent has a couple things on his desk over there that he would like to present to you at this time here on this Monday morning.
Well, let's start with this announcement from the Quilting Shack. And, well, it's kind of a sad announcement, really. It was with much sadness that the Quilting Shack has made the decision to close their doors. And their last day will be coming up on Saturday, August 30th. Until then, though, you can shop the store and receive 50% off store-wide. Now, some exclusions do apply. Does not include any machines. They plan to be open this week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 to 5, and then will be open on Saturday, 11 to 3. They do have to be closed next Wednesday. There are still many bolts of fabrics and sewing notions, craft supplies, etc. to stock up on. This is a great time to prepare for those winter projects, too, that you want to get started on. So stop in and receive 50% off store-wide through next Saturday. 518 East Southeast Street, Broken Bow, right off Highway 2. You'll find them at the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow.
All right. Yes, bittersweet there. I hope that that sale goes well. I think they could use a good sale there to close things out.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, if you have some fencing work that needs taken care of, well, we direct you to MC Fencing. If you have a fence that needs put in, repaired, replaced, or removed, and you don't have time to do it yourself, or maybe you need those pesky cedar trees, and they can be pesky for sure. Maybe you need them cut down or cut back before they become a major issue. Well, MC Fencing can take care of all of that for you. They can take care of it for you. Just contact them today to use their professional-grade equipment, which means you receive the most efficient and cleanest job possible. For a free estimate and competitive price, call Martine Castro at 308-870-6227. MC Fencing, serving Custer County and the surrounding area. Again, their phone number to reach them is 870-6227.
All right. Thank you, Brent. A reminder that even though it's Monday, we want to talk a little bit about Thursday with Market in the Square, as it was kind of a tough day last Thursday for the vendors as they were finishing up Highway 2, grinding some cement, and it was pretty dusty and it was noisy, and the vendors moved to the north edge of the park, but just couldn't quite get far enough away from that construction that needed to be completed. And so we need to rebound with them this coming Thursday and show our support to Market on the Square and get in there and do some shopping. We'll talk more about that later this week. And I'm not faulting the highway crews. They were doing their job. It's just one of those things that was kind of I don't know, you're on the same day. They're finishing up. They were also trying to make sure that they were done and moved all of the different barricades and so forth for the cruise night, which they did, which we appreciate very much. And when you're doing work like that, you can't make everybody happy. So we can make the vendors happy this coming Thursday and get out there and do some shopping. Also, stop by the stores right now. We had sponsors of our cruise night last week that had specials going on. If you didn't get in, drop by the stores because they have summer clearance sales going on of different kinds right now, and their new stocks coming in. I know that's the case at Chapin's and Geared for Sports, and anybody else that was on our special promotions list there that sponsored the drive around. Stop into all the stores right now. There's some good sales going on because that's just typical this time of year, and we can help them move that product and help ourselves out by saving some money. There's still some summer left. We all know that. And then you can put it on the hanger and wear it next year for a reduced price. So
there you go.
Check it out. Support your local businesses wherever you can, wherever you're listening from. That goes for any community within the sound of our voice. Here's Bob Seger. Might be a good time to buy a Powerball ticket. You heard about the winner here in Broken Bow at Trotters.
Yeah, I did hear something about it. Was it over 20 grand or
22.
something? Wow, 22,000.
I don't know what they'll have left when Uncle Sam gets done, but hey, it's more money than you had to start with, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you'd probably have quite a bit left if you win the Powerball ticket right now. Could be a great day to invest in one. The multi-state lottery jackpot is now worth about $750 million. It's the 10th largest drawing in the game's history. And if if you did win the grand prize without having to share it with other people and so on and so forth, your $2 ticket would be worth more than $335 million. That's the last time there was a Powerball winner on May 31st. I think that would be plenty.
Right. You would think you could stretch that out a little ways.
But again, it's amazing. Human nature is such a crazy thing. We have often said, wouldn't it be nice if they just gave a whole bunch of $1 million prizes away rather than $750 million? Half of that if government got done with $335 million. But then nobody enters.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, they don't sell as many tickets as they do when it gets to a ridiculous amount.
Yeah,
that's probably true.
More money than you could ever spend. You spend $2 on $1 million should make you, $1 million isn't what it once was, but $500,000 after the government got done with you would still be a nice little boost in your savings account.
Yeah.
But it doesn't interest that many people.
No, probably wouldn't. That's a good point.
It's crazy. Crazy. It's 8:51, and you're listening to The Breakfast Show on a Monday. Called Pressing Strings, covering Led Zeppelin's Going to California. Hope you enjoyed that. Something kind of nice and smooth for you here on this Monday for us to ease into. I have a big question here. This is controversial, and sometimes we avoid those sorts of things on the breakfast show, but today I can't help it. It's too intriguing.
Okay, I'm getting nervous.
Well, I don't think you'll have to go on your island on this, but
Okay.
maybe you can answer the question. Roosters are the latest casualty of egg prices.
Oh.
So California is seeing an increase in the number of people trying to get rid of their roosters.
Oh, getting rid of them.
Yes.
Okay.
While the exact cause is not known, there is a theory that has to do with egg prices. Since people bought chickens or chicks in the spring hoping that their efforts would, have some laying hens that would lay some eggs. That was maybe the theory, but however, it is impossible to tell the sex of chicks. Many found out after a few months they ended up with roosters.
Oh.
One sanctuary director advises people still considering getting chickens to just adopt an adult chicken so they don't end up in a similar situation. Is it true? The question is it true that you can't tell when they're little chicks a rooster from a hen?
Well, I know I can't. I don't know.
But when you buy chickens here in Nebraska, I don't think you get roosters. You get hens, don't you? Laying hens. You don't
Yeah.
I
don't know. This topic is beyond my realm of knowledge.
Well, maybe this is possible.
Okay.
This is just my thoughts, and forgive me if I'm out of line here, but here in Nebraska, you go out and you buy a whole group of little chicks in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of them are females laying hens. I think you specifically have to go buy a rooster. Now tell me if I'm wrong out there. Go ahead and drop a line in our chat box.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about chickens except when I was growing up as a kid. I loved going out with Grandma to the hen house to collect the eggs.
Me too.
That was fun.
Except for bull snakes. But anyway.
Well, yeah.
I just wonder if because, now I hate to say it this way, but, maybe since Californians don't typically raise chickens, they were taken advantage of.
Oh, makes you wonder.
Somebody was getting rid of a bunch of roosters to the Californians, maybe.
Who would do such a thing, though? In today's world, who would do such a thing?
Oh, just about any entity, any individual, just about anyone, Brent.
Yes.
There's no moral compass when it comes to roosters and hens.
Apparently not.
Or much of anything else, it seems. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is under arrest again.
Mr. Abrego Garcia was taken into custody by ICE this morning.
One of his attorneys, Simon Sandoval Moschenberg, announcing a new lawsuit against the Trump administration outside the detention center in Baltimore, where the Salvadoran nationals surrendered.
There was no need for them to take him into ICE detention. He was already on electronic monitoring from the U.S. Marshal Service and basically on house arrest. The only reason that they've chosen to take him into detention is to punish him.
Abrego Garcia was mistakenly deported to prison in El Salvador, returned to the U.S. months later, and released Friday. CBS's Camila Montoya Galvez from Baltimore.
Attorneys for Abrego Garcia say their client was offered a last-ditch plea deal that would see him being sent to Costa Rica, not Uganda, after his criminal sentence is served here in the U.S. It is unclear if that offer is still on the table.
And he could face deportation to Africa. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing your schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
Jake
from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
Tommy Fleetwood won the PGA's Tour Championship, earning the first-place check of $10 million. Patrick Cantlay was tied for the lead to start the day, but finished 3 strokes back, tied for second with fellow American Russell Henley in Atlanta. The Minnesota Vikings signed veteran quarterback Carson Wentz and traded QB Sam Howell to Philadelphia. The Browns released quarterback Tyler Huntley. Raiders backup quarterback Aiden O'Connell will miss 6 to 8 weeks with a broken wrist. In the WNBA, Minnesota All-Star Nafisa Collier returned from a sprained ankle, scored 32 points in a win over Indiana, 97-84. To baseball, the Dodgers and Padres are again tied for first in the NL West after LA won 8-2 at San Diego. Freddie Freeman with 2 homers. Shohei Ohtani hit his 45th of the year. Seattle 11-4 over the A's. Cal Raleigh of the Mariners with 2 more long balls. He has 49, the most ever for a catcher in one season. The Yankees beat Boston 7-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Slight chance for showers. Today, otherwise cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun. Highs level off around 71. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Tonight, slight chance for showers. Lows dip down to about 52. Daytime highs approaching 76. Tomorrow, cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Lines Appliance in Broken Bow prides themselves on being a local connection to the very latest in appliance technology. They also have some of the best grills on the market and the best looking TVs too. Visit Lines Appliance in Broken Bow.
Currently 59, mostly sunny. Wind's not a factor so far today. Barometric pressure pretty steady at 30.24. Humidity at 85%. We did pick up 600 precipitation overnight. Yesterday and overnight, so we're at 1 inch for the month. High yesterday was 68 with an overnight low of 51, now 59 here at Broken Bow, Nebraska. Mo is here from Ideal Realty. Good morning, young lady.
Good morning.
You look great today.
Thank you.
I see your signs. I don't go out of town much because, I just don't.
I hear you.
But in our other communities, I imagine you have a few signs up, but you have some things for sale here in town. I do know that.
We do. It's been a little bit slower, but that's kind of normal this time of year. And, economy and market and interest rate, and there's lots of things that go into it in time of year. So we could use some more listings. The last 3 listings I've gotten, we have 2 sold already.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, another question for you. I was going to ask you about roosters and hen chickens. I'll get to that in a moment. But yesterday there was an indication, or actually last week, that the Fed is going to be looking at lowering the interest rate. So sometimes just a little move like that will spark things.
Yes.
And we remember the crazy days when it got way down there. I don't know that it's going to do that, but they are going to start looking at, because of inflation and so forth,
right,
reduction. Sometimes that gets things going. So if you're thinking about selling a house, maybe,
yeah, because it's tough when you have that low interest rate to say, oh, I'll move. Let's look at houses.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I wouldn't want to either. But if it gets doable, I mean, why? You got to weigh it. Why stay in a house maybe you're not comfortable in anymore because you got too big, or the house is way too big, and you got to weigh the insurance and the utilities and your taxes versus your interest rate. Maybe it's not as bad, crunch those numbers, and if you might be closer than you think on a little higher interest rate, but you're saving on the other things.
And we talked to lenders who are guests on the show here, and they're all pretty adamant about some programs that help out first-time home buyers and that sort of thing. There's some avenues maybe that folks out there need to look into with their bank.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, our banks here are really, really good. First-time home buyer ones where, maybe there's some down payment assistance. All of our banks know about, all of those different programs, and we definitely lean on them hard.
So, what do you have out there right now?
So we've got a few that I want to talk about that have been reduced. 829 South 10th has been reduced to $72,000. It's got 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, a 1-stall garage. It's got a sunroom. It's got kind of a secluded backyard. This could be a good flip or an investment property. Needs some work, so would not be a good first-time home buyer one because of work needs to be done. They're a little bit pickier on those loans, but it would be an awesome flip house if someone's looking for that. We also have 512 North 12th. That's on 12th and Memorial. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2-stall attached garage, corner lot. It's reduced to $189,000. So that has come down, and it's a great, nice big home. Be great for a family. New on the market, we have 1301 South D Street. So between the courthouse, west of the courthouse, I guess, over in that area on South D. This they made into a true 5-bedroom. The people who bought this house did do some work on it. It was dated. It needed some love. They redid both bathrooms. So you have 2 bathrooms, a full upstairs. They're both full bathrooms. Upstairs, tub, shower. Downstairs, it's just a shower. 5 bedrooms, 3 on the main level, 2 downstairs with egress windows, a 2-stall detached garage. It's all been redone. Really, really nice house. LP siding on the outside of the house. They're listed at $205,000. And they will do a seller concession because they did not get to the garage.
Okay.
The garage needs sided and a little bit of work done to it. So there is a seller concession on that if you're looking at it. Then I have not even a sign in the yard. There will be today. 1233 South G Street. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. And the owners of this have done work to it. The basement was unfinished. They finished the basement, and it's listed at $145,000. So we still got some stuff on the market. Could use a little bit more.
Yeah, if you're maybe thinking now would be a good time before the snow flies to put it up for sale.
Yeah. Sooner rather than later. October's kind of a rough month to be listing. I've done it, but you know what happens when you wait to list to October and November, and not that, people have to do it. There's sometimes you just don't have a choice. You got to do it. What happens is it will sit for 3 or 4 months. And then especially new people coming into town, like, well, why has it been sitting for 3 months?
Yeah.
Well, it was October, So it's tougher, can be done, but it's better to list. Would be better to list now.
Yeah, timing is important, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any commercial properties that you have or looking for, I suppose?
No, we don't. Yeah, we could use a commercial property.
Okay.
Don't have any of those. We still have the lots up at Eagle Crest, so those are good. And I was going to, the one thing I was going to mention today also, I was going to have Blaine on with me when I came in. And let's see, we got construction 1 week, so I wasn't on.
Yeah, you couldn't get in.
Well, we could have walked. We could have hiked here. It'd have been fine.
I don't know. We thought we was going to hike too, but there's enough going on that highway that
I know, kind of dangerous, right?
Yeah.
And then, it's just one thing after another.
I think we were off schedule because the other time that you were here and you said, well, I'll come back.
Yeah, I'll come back. And then Blaine was sick.
Oh,
so
gosh.
one thing after another. He went to a wedding, and you know how that goes.
Yes.
People don't stay home if they're sick. So anyway, he was going to come, but good for him. He gets to take a vacation. So I said, I'll come and talk about you because we're going to have a business after hours for him.
Oh, good.
To introduce him to the community. So the Thursday after Labor Day, September 4th, that Thursday out at the country club at the golf course, we're going to have a business after hours from 5 to 7 so that everybody can meet Blaine. We put on Facebook a little bit about him. Blaine is a native of Hastings, went to school there, went to high school and college there. He's got a background in sales and customer service and agriculture. and he's been a real estate agent for 4 years. So, yeah, he was very much, I very, very appreciative to this young man, because when he actually signed on and his license came over to Ideal Realty, it just got hung, and my grandchild was born. Like, it was on Monday, and the grandkid came Thursday, and, you know, she didn't come into the world like she was supposed to. So as I'm
help.
at Children's, yeah, he's here selling 2 houses.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he hit the ground running.
He definitely hit the ground running. I kept calling him going, I am so appreciative of you. You'd have no idea. I don't know what I would have done without Blaine. And he's been going ever since he started. So hasn't slowed down. He, you know, if you want youth and energy,
which is very nice to have.
I mean, I try to have energy. I don't got the youth anymore. But I mean, if you're looking for a really good agent, call Ideal Realty. We'll get you Blaine's number. I think we have him on our website now. So I'm sure you can find his number on our website too. Great young man, knows what he's doing, knows the ropes. He'd be very good. He's very, very good to work with.
Well, that's got to make you feel good. And
yes,
unfortunate circumstances,
right?
But you know where you stand with him now, because he can do it, right?
Yes, and you know, I also have Marion Chesley, who always backs me up. She's the best. But you know, her mom's older, and I think she was just on vacation too, because she went to go see her mom in Wyoming. So it's nice with the 3 of us. We can all take that time we need to with our families and to take our vacations, and we're still going to have somebody there.
Okay.
There's always going to be somebody available to take care of business.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's nice. We'll look forward to meeting him.
Yeah. So come on over. We're going to have drinks, and I'll have some food, and you know, still thinking on that. Maybe walking tacos. I don't know.
You have a little time. Little time to
little time to figure that out. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants type person.
It works.
It doesn't make my husband happy, but it works for
But
me.
the question to ask your husband is, Mike, how often has it failed? You know,
Rarely, Dave. Yeah. Rarely does it fail.
It's going to happen.
It happens.
Well, that'll be nice, and I'll give him a chance to meet more people. All
exactly.
At once.
Yeah, and he knows a lot of the younger people in Broken Bow already. He's a golfer, so you'll see him out on the golf course if you golf. He does golf, and he's gotten Caleb Rip into golfing, evidently.
Oh, wow.
Which that took something, I'm thinking.
That was a sales pitch.
Right? There you go. That shows how good of a salesman he is, because,
Yes.
I mean, I don't see Caleb doing anything but hunting, but look at him go. He's out there golfing.
Well, once you get the fever in golfing, then you're usually pretty hooked. So
It keeps bringing you back. We played yesterday, and my score is atrocious. But I'll go back.
Yeah, just don't keep score.
You should have stopped.
Yeah, don't take. You don't have to keep score if you don't want to. So you have those for sale. You're looking for more.
Correct.
Timing is important. So talk to you now. Talk to the banks first if you're looking to buy something.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I've got some buyers, so if you're thinking of listing, I've got quite a few buyers, and there's just not a lot on the market for them to choose from.
Yeah. So, question: you're from Ravenna originally,
correct?
Am I wrong here? Was Ravenna known for its chickens?
Oh,
I remember growing up
Really?
in Loop City. I remember cheese.
Yes.
From Ravenna.
Yeah, we had the cheese plant.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that was good.
Yeah, smelly too.
Well, yeah.
You didn't have to live there.
Well, I guess I wasn't thinking of the cheese plant. We just would go there over the holidays because they would make different flavors of cheeses or whatever.
Yes.
I'm not sure where we got it from, but
yes,
I just remember going to Ravenna to do that.
Yeah. Mike's mom worked at the cheese factory for years. Mm-hmm.
That was a big deal. That was
Yeah.
a big deal.
Mhm.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of some
Yeah,
other
was there a
community.
chicken? Oh, you're talking way back in the day, aren't you?
Well, they have a problem in California that the people there, when the egg prices were high, went and bought little chicks. But they evidently weren't sexed or sorted, so they ended up with a large amount of roosters. Now they don't know what to do with. But do you know, because Brent and I don't know, can you tell with a little chick if it's a boy or a girl?
Oh, can you sex a little chicken? I don't know. You're asking the wrong person, because we even have kittens and we name them, because Mike and I farm kids are just sure.
They come out right.
We're probably 80% wrong. We've got, we started naming, Charlie could be a boy or a girl, because we don't know.
That's a good
there
idea.
you go. That's a great idea.
Because we're terrible at it,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, did I grow up on a farm? I didn't think I was this bad at this, but...
Well, see, what are some other names that would fit that? Charlie, I'm thinking Kelly.
There
Kelly
you go. Kelly.
Be a good one. Jamie.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
see? You've got lots of cat names.
There's
Very
a
good.
lot of names that, especially these days, there's a lot of names that fit both male and female.
Yes, male, female, and then they just make them up, so... Or spell them weird. Like, why would you do that to your child?
Yeah, or to us who are trying to spell a name.
Right? And you spell it, and then they're offended, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Emily is spelled this way.
In my mind, yes.
You want to spell it completely different, that's on you. It's not on me. I want my kid to be unique. No, you really don't. You regret it later on. Well, our oldest, I wanted to name, Jake is the name we wanted. And Mike said, well, that was too short. And I said, well, Jacob, I don't like that name. So he found in a baby book, Jonathan. Could be shortened to Jake.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
can it? Should it? Probably not.
It must have worked.
Probably not, because he's Jonathan Michael Hunsberger, goes by Jake. And what a storm that is now, because you have to have your legal name on everything.
Yes.
It's bad. Oh, I bought him a airline ticket and put Jake. He almost didn't get on the plane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because his legal name's Jonathan. I'm like, we messed that kid up. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. And, I should listen to my mother, because I called her when I had him, because we were in Lincoln. And I called her. I said, Mom, we had a boy. And she says, what do you name him? And I said, Jonathan Michael, and we're going to call him Jake. And she goes, ugh, you can do that? I said, Mother, I just gave birth. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. He's mine. He's mine. I can do what I want.
I should have listened to her, but, maybe I shouldn't. Moms know.
Yes, they do. And it's amazing when sometimes you hear what a boy or girl are named. You go, well, I don't know if I like that or not. And then short time thereafter, the name fits perfect.
Right. I love the older names coming back, especially for the girls, like Ruby. Oh,
Ruby's
I love
a nice
that.
name. Yeah.
I love it.
Ruby. Now, is that a Ruth? Is Ruby, and Ruby wouldn't be shortened. You couldn't shorten Ruby.
No.
But what is it? Is it Ruth just the only thing you can use as well? There's no longer name for Ruth, is there?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, I could see where the nickname Rue or something.
Well,
you could,
or Ruthie,
Yeah.
And that's
Ruthie.
a cute nickname. I like that.
Yeah. Well, we've discovered that we don't really have answers to anything here on the Breakfast Show this morning. I don't know whether chickens, you could tell whether boys or girls when they're little. But there's got to be a way that
I
they
wish
do that.
Mike was here. His dad he always got assorted chickens.
Yes.
He would, whatever that magazine is, you order them, you order the chicks, and he always got an assortment because he liked to see the different varieties.
Different colors and things.
Yes, and I'm sure Mike's dad probably knows.
Well, I know we got a phone call. Maybe Kristen can tell us what we're talking about. Kristen has to take all the phone calls after we open up, a box of chickens like that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I bet she enjoys those days.
Oh, she does. She does.
Well, it's never boring.
Well, it's
right on.
It's something to kind of stimulate your mind on a Monday.
I like it.
I get the other thing out in California is they probably don't know or they won't just eat the rooster.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, solve your problem.
Yeah.
And
well, right?
Yeah. Put it in a pan, but they probably wouldn't do that.
Good soup.
Yeah. Especially if it's an older rooster, we would recommend a soup.
That's what we recommend in Nebraska. You're welcome.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
It's always good to have you in. And when's that open house again? Or
It is the Thursday after Labor Day, so it's September 4th, 5 to 7 at the golf course.
And meet Brian, the new agent.
Blaine,
I'm sorry.
You got to come meet him now, Dave, because, you know.
Well, yeah, you could get Brian out of Blaine, I guess.
No, you can't. I wish you could.
Brian. It's short for Blaine.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a new kid in town. That feels nice. Here's the Eagles. Morning on our door that squeaks, and he's using some 3-in-1. I think he's got it. Thanks, Jeremy. Nice job. This is
the duties of a station manager.
Yes, it runs uphill, Jeremy, not down. This is. I might have to read this before airing it. Kristen just brought this in. There's on the internet. It tells you how to tell the sex of a chicken
when they're just a newborn chick.
Yeah. Let's just say it's bottoms up, but I don't know. Now we had a listener who said, I don't think you can tell till they grow their grown-up feathers. Same with ducks. That's one person's opinion. And then a Maryland called in and said, we all remember Sure Hatchery, who have been around here a long time. That's where you bought your chickens back in the day and bought your chicken feed, and now Evans Feed has that building. But I remember walking by there, and you could just hear the little chicks everywhere because they would get hundreds and hundreds of them in.
Mhm.
But I guess they're called sexers, people who can turn the little chick upside down and tell. But then there's another whole instruction sheet here that I don't know that I can read at this time safely.
Yeah, this might be one of those moments where, well, in the radio business, you would call it cold read, where you just take something, you've not proofed it, you've not read it ahead of time, you just start reading it live on the air.
Yeah.
This might be one of those times to not do that.
I do see a sentence here that kind of backs up the theory that you can't tell till they grow feathers. It says there is such a thing as feather sexing. Some breeds can be sexed by observing the color and pattern of their feathers, particularly in the first few days after hatching. So there is a way, I suppose, on certain breeds that you can tell. And then there's also the other way, which is the bottoms-up way. I'm reading now.
What got us started on this? Oh, the people in California having too many roosters.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh,
so you think the folks in California, a lot of those that purchased the chickens were in, like I mean, listen, I've never been to California, never been to the state, certainly never been to any of the big cities in California, but I'm assuming that a lot of their resident areas are homes that are pretty tight and close together.
Well, you think so,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they. I don't know what the stipulations are having chicks in California in a tight residential area are, but if that was the case, I assume the roosters were waking people up.
Oh, they would do
and
that,
and
yeah.
making people upset.
But I must tell you, I'm going back in time, being about an 8th grader or a freshman back in the time period, I really wanted to meet some chicks from California.
Well, yes.
And I happened to get to meet some chicks from California.
That's
and
good.
That was awesome because they were from California, man.
California girls.
Yes. Also, comb observation. As chicks mature, differences in comb size and color can be apparent. Males tend to develop larger, redder combs, while females' combs are smaller and paler. And I don't even want to go there with my wife on that one because her brother-in-law, God rest his soul, he's gone now. He used to do a whole presentation to Joan just to make her enraged that most species of animals, the male is the brighter, more beautiful colored. So I guess that's part of that deal. But that would be a little bit later on. Vent sexing is generally the most accurate method, especially for trained professionals. Where do you go for training for that?
I don't know.
Where do you get your degree? Let's take a quick time out and get out of here before we get in trouble.
This is Maggie from Nebraska State Bank, and I've got exciting news. We've given our website a total makeover that's fresh, intuitive, and designed with you in mind. It's easier to use, packed with helpful tools, and has everything from side-by-side account comparisons to quick videos on fraud tips and how to save smarter. All there to help support your personal, ag, or business banking needs. Drop by nesb.bank and explore the future of community banking online. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I've been doing a little reading, as we've discussed this and during the commercial break. I think this is information that, with your help, we can pass along in a dignified manner. I mean, it's just nature.
Yeah.
And the part I don't like, there's some different methods here, and a couple of them, have to be careful how we read it. But anyway, you never know when you listen to the breakfast show, because we never know when we do the breakfast show what we're going to be talking about that day. And today it was trying to determine the sex of a baby chicken, a baby chick. And we've got the information, and we'll pass along to you if we can do it dignified
manner. Yeah, there you go.
But I'm not making any guarantees tomorrow. So anyway, thank you so much for listening, folks. We appreciate you each and every day. Any last thoughts? Did you have everything taken care of?
One more thing. Velma, our good friend at Circle V Stitch and Post, ready to help you get your creation started today with her beautiful quality custom embroidery service as we start coming out of the summer, getting ready to move into the fall. Maybe you want to kind of change up your swag for your business.
Mm-hmm.
Some long sleeve shirts or sweatshirts, pullovers. Maybe you want your business name on there for your employees so that they can promote the business as they're out and about. Well, Circle V Stitch and Post can help you do all of that. Also, check out the new cowhide coasters, rugs, and table runners that they have available, customized just for you. Looking for a unique, personalized gift for any occasion? Well, Velma can help you create something truly special. Support local and bring your ideas to life. Call Velma today at 308-872-6173. That's 872-6173. That's the best way to get a hold of her. If she's not available to take your call right away, make sure you leave a message, and she'll get back in touch.
Thank you, Brent.
You're welcome, Dave.
Happy Jack Simpson said somebody won $50,000. Was it scratch tickets or lotto ticket down at the state fair? You don't know? You just know somebody won $50,000? That's what it said on the internet? Okay. Would you talk to your dad? Maybe he knows how to determine the sex of a chicken. Ask him, would you? That's the show for today.
Okay.